Hey brother, Stuart Matola, men's relationship coach here. Hope you're having a great day. And in this video, I'm going to talk to you about sex from the angle of trust and safety, as well as from the angle of distance, that you can't be on top of each other all the time to have a erotic and passionate sex life. So I often approach sex as a barometer of the state of the union of a marriage or a relationship. And there is the reality that as guys, we don't necessarily need to always feel emotionally safe or full trust with our wife to feel sexual. Okay. Our bodies run differently, whether that's testosterone versus estrogen. Um, there's a whole bunch of ways you can go down the rabbit hole trying to explain that, but just let's look at actually how it shows up. Whereas a woman needs to feel deeply loved, trusted, respected. Okay. This is a generality, and there are some exceptions to that. Okay. So if you don't have trust and emotional safety with your wife or partner, yes, sex is going to be a challenge. But I want to speak to another scenario that I see often is when there's so much togetherness, enmeshment, essentially codependence. You're so on top of each other. You're running life together, whether that's the financial part of your lives, the kids, work, family planning. All these things are so together that when there's no separateness at all, that's going to diminish the eros of the relationship. And by eros, I mean the life force, the curiosity, and that can be translated into sexuality. And we could talk about erotic intelligence. Erotic intelligence would say, well, what do we know about our connection as partners to know when we feel passion rising for each other? And I ask the guys out there to make that distinction between like full-hearted passion, love, connection versus just horniness. Okay, you know the difference. Okay, and when you feel that full passion, that is what I would often say the holy grail of sexuality, that deep connection, that just deep diving into intimacy and essentially merging. And that can't happen if you're on top of each other all the time and all parts of your lives are interlinked and you don't have any friends on the side. She's not seeing her girlfriends, and it's just 24/7 running life together. And unfortunately, that's the state of most nuclear families these days. Okay. And when that happens, it's very likely that sexuality is going to wane, because just in the same way that fire needs oxygen, okay, eros needs some space and distance. So it's not just as simple as like, hey, we're going to take space apart from now on, and suddenly our sexuality is going to increase. It's more about you being able to take care of your own emotional needs and not putting everything on your wife or partner. And starting to notice when you're doing that, putting it all on her, and she's expecting you to take care of all her needs. Okay, it's very important that as men we have other intimate relationships, emotionally intimate relationships, with other male friends in a men's group, such as my men's relationship tools call that I'll leave a link to below, or any place that you can speak about the deep things that are going on in your life. And that's just one example of how you can create more space in your marriage or relationship, so that you're not on top of each other, because you need that balance of distance and safety and security. So you may not have thought of that. So if not, I hope that resonates for you or makes sense. And if it doesn't, I invite you to check out links to my work below to learn more about that balance, that dance of distance and space and emotional safety, security, and trust. So I hope this was helpful for you, brother. Thanks so much for checking this out, and have a kick-ass day. Bye.